The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had an unusual offseason shortly after their playoff loss to the eventual champion Los Angeles Rams. Their starting quarterback retired. Less than 6 weeks later, Tom Brady unretired. 2 weeks after that, Bruce Arians announced he would be stepping down as head coach and transitioning to a front office role, while the Bucs named head coach Todd Bowles as their new man in charge. According to Bruce Arians, he would likely not have stepped aside if Brady had not come back. "I was going the other way. I was thinking he wasn't going to play," Arians said for the Tampa Bay Times. "I was thinking about who are we going to get? Who wants to trade? There wasn't anybody in the draft in 2022, which was obvious to me, the public, and I was fine with the two quarterbacks we had, Blaine Gabbert and Kyle Trask, because I've eventually seen Blaine win with a good team behind him. Had Tom not come back, I probably would still be coaching. I could give Tom that situation." Arians has stated before that he preferred to leave Todd Bowles in a good situation to begin his second shot at a head coaching opportunity, rather than one where he did not have the greatest quarterback of all time under center. He's talked about the importance of a succession plan of giving opportunities to black head coaches like Bowles, as well as female coaches on other minority coaches. But the statement is about as explicit as it gets. Even if he had stuck around for another season though, Arians was not going to be around much longer. The former head coach turned 70 years old in October of this year, and for him, this was a sign that it was likely to hang up the clipboard. The timeline and the circumstances continue to invite speculation that Arians was nudged to step aside as part of the discussion that brought Brady back. Everything pointed towards Arians staying put until he exited the league meetings before the NFC head coach's breakfast and then abruptly was out via carefully engineered release that resulted in co-exclusives for Sam Farmer and Peter King, followed minutes later by an official press release. Consider this was a very telling line from Stroud's story regarding Arians' exit. His son, Jake, spent several weeks coordinating the timing of the announcement. This was slow and methodical in a process, and it was sparked by the unretirement of Brady. The same night Brady came back, someone told me that the next step would be Arians stepping down, and not because Arians would be choosing to do so. I was unable to nail it down, perhaps because the Buccaneers and Arians were so deliberate and careful in the crafting and selling of a narrative that Arians willingly walked the plank. The reality is that he's still standing on the plank, still yelling back suggestions to the guys steering the ship. Will they ever listen to him? Maybe not. Will they act like they can hear him? Probably not again. Or will they eventually remove a sword from a scapboard and chopboard off the plank base? Probably not. But one thing we do know for sure is that head coach Bruce Arians retired because Tom Brady came back.